Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. So I've got another gear video for you today. In this video we're looking at the brand new Synergy DRECT module. It's a dual channel, all tube preamp that works with Synergy amp heads or units such as the SYN1, which is sat to my right. Very quickly, Synergy is a collective of amp designers that came together to create a modular amp brand. Essentially what that is you can have tube heads, like 50 watts, 100 watt tube heads. You can have single and dual units like the SYN1, which I've got here. And then the amp designers build their own modules for these amp heads and units. So people like Friedman, Soldano have done it. There's a Vi one, a Fryette. There's a bunch of different units that I've done videos on in the past. And it's kind of cool in the fact that you can just change the characteristics by swapping in and out these preamps like little cartridges. Reminds me kind of like old school N64 days, swapping out your cartridges, playing a different game. You're playing a different tone game, if you want to look at it that way. It's an ecosystem all in itself, so if you already use the Synergy products, this video may be of interest to you. Or if you're looking into something like the Synergy ecosystem, whether you want a tube amplifier that you can swap in different preamps and just have different channels of tone, whether it's high gain, something like the Fryette or the Soldano or the Friedman stuff, or you want something a little bit more low gain like Morgan, stuff like that, you can do that. You can swap in and out these different modules, create your own multi-channel amplifier with the tones that work exactly for you. So the DRECT is a dual channel all-tube preamp based on a Mesa Dual Rectifier. You must know a Mesa Dual Rectifier being used across a few decades now, creating really awesome tones, whether it's new metal, that kind of stuff, like metal in itself. There's a bunch of different applications for a dual rectifier, but essentially it's two channels of exactly the same thing, so you can mix and match your different gain stages. You should be able to see on the close-up now from left to right. Looking at the DRECT, we've got gain, you've got your gain switch between orange and red mode, bass, middle treble, presence and volume, and it's exactly the same underneath. So you can essentially have one low gain, one high gain, one crunch, one lead, you know, whatever you want to do. In terms of the signal chain, I've got a Maxon OD808 tube screamer that's going in front of this module. We're taking an XLR out of this SYN1 unit into my interface, and that signal's being fed directly to my Neural DSP Archetype Rabea high gain cab, because that's a Mesa 412 that we used on the high gain cab section. It also allows me to use a little bit of reverb and delay as well. But without further ado, let's take a look at the Synergy DRECT module. The way I've got it set up at the moment is I'm going to run the first channel indicated by this blue light as my lower gain, so orange mode, and then I'm going to switch to this channel which is indicated by a red LED in the red mode, which is high gain. So everything's at 12 o'clock. This is how it sounds. So it's a little bit dark and there's plenty of gain, so I'm going to drop down the gain and I'm going to boost the treble and the presence. That's kind of a crunch tone that I would use. If I split down the pickup, try a different pickup position, position 2. So it's got a nice chime to it, which is usually the case when you're running an amplifier that has a gain stage in it, like this, for example. It's got more harmonic content because, you know, it has gain to go, so it's going to give you that sort of chimey quality when you run it at low gain. We can throw in a tube screamer with this and see what it sounds like. Feels really nice. Let's turn the gain up. There's tons of gain on this first orange stage. That's gain on full. With the tube screamer. Without a tube screamer. I feel like it is definitely got that spongy quality that a Mesa amp has, but it feels nice. It's got a lot of girth to it, you know, in the room at least. I hope that comes across over YouTube. Let's try it with a Les Paul. Let's go for like a barky crunch. Tube screamer in front. The Les Paul works. Okay, so that's kind of one channel with the gain on the orange mode, and you can hear there's a good spectrum of gain there. You can clean it up, I would say, but you do have to back off the gain quite a bit. And overall, I think it's the same with Mesa amplifiers, is they can be a little bit dark, so it's nice to brighten them up a bit. In any case, let's go to the red gain mode. So I'm going to swap channels. And this is what we're starting with, everything at 12. I feel like with this kind of tone and knowing it's based on a dual rectifier, it makes me want to play the classic nu metal chords. They're all going to come out now. What else can we get? It's really fun with the tube screamer in front. I put the treble in the presence at about 2 o'clock and it seems to be a nice blend. You could back off the mid a bit, touch more gain, see how that sounds. Woo! I think I want the mid back at 12 o'clock. So it definitely enjoys having a tube screamer in front. Without the tube screamer on, kind of gets that sludginess, not a bad sludginess. Well, depends what you like, but for those kind of chords. But it's nice and thick, you know, it's doing the whole like wall of sound. But if you're chugging, when you throw the tube screamer on, I'm just getting carried away with random new metal style riffing. No idea where it's going, but it's quite, I mean, put it this way, it's fun to do all that kind of stuff with. It feels nice, it's nice and spongy, tons of gain. I think we should definitely test it with a baritone. Yeah, that's girthy. Cool, so there's a quick look at the DRECT Synergy module. Hope you enjoyed the tones in this video. If it's something of interest to you, I will put links in the description box below. In terms of the features, it's really straightforward. 2 channels, both exactly the same. You can dial one to be low gain, one to be high gain. I would say this is suited for anyone that likes high gain. It works well with a tube screamer in front. Definitely works with regards to that kind of thick, Mesa kind of sound that works really well with new metal riffs. Of course, being a child of the new metal era, I do enjoy a few good old-fashioned Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit riffs and bits and bobs like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. So if you already are in the Synergy ecosystem, then it's something else for you to take a look at. If it's the kind of sounds you enjoyed from this video, then you know, maybe worth taking a look. In any case, thank you for watching this video. Thank you to Stefan at Booty Camps Distribution for sending this unit over for me to check out. Again, links in the description box. If you want to find any of my music, you can find that online in the links in the description box below, along with any of my merch. All of that information is down below in the description box. I've said description box a million times, description box. Thank you for watching this video. I've been Rabea, and I will see you all very soon.